Then I got sick to my stomach and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do a Phoenix live stream. Keep it down. By keep it down, I mean don't ejaculate out of my mouth. Feeling... Alright, time to get back into this. And by getting back into this, I'm like... Okay, did I look at everything? I feel like I'm getting shortness of breath. Dear God, why am I getting shortness of breath during this game? Okay, I gotta talk to you. I don't know why I have to talk to you, but I have to talk to you. I can't talk to you because I already talked to you. So I'm gonna do something else and just quietly back away like the good lawyer that I am. Okay, I already looked at this. I already looked at that. I already did. Oh, wait, this. I didn't. The scroll shows a picture of Missy Faye. Master of the Crying Channeling Technique. But why would anyone cover it in gravy? I can't make out what's wrong in the scroll at all. I will never understand you Americans and your so-called artists. Don't you have artists in Germany? Artists? Yeah. Yeah. Says Voon Kerma. Says Van Carmer. Says Whippy Girl. Whippy Girl is on the hunt. Okay, so... was there anything I looked at that I didn't... oh, wait. Okay, so... I'm thinking... I have to go back to the suspension bridge. Don't have to go anywhere else, because I already... I feel like... I am freaking lost. I haven't even looked at this. Why is there a bunch of flags here? I was really ruining the beautiful atmosphere around here. It's so inappropriate. Like Sister Bikini in a bikini. Shudder. I've got to think of the kittens. Gotta think of the kittens. It's the only way out of the horrible imagery. Look at this graffiti scrawled right in the front of the shack. At least he managed to get a pretty good likeness. When you really think about it, I guess art kind of suits him. I mean, his very existence is an art of sorts. And the fact that that's what the developers wanted him to be. Snow is really piled up on the straw roof. It's otherworldly, like something out of a fairy tale. Well, the roof party, anyways. The sign says Heavenly Hall. I guess it's pretty fitting. If you spend a night in this little freezing shack, you'll probably find yourself at a pearly gates by morning. Okay, this stairway to heaven? No. These steps lead up to the foot of Dusky Bridge. Coming down is a cinch, but going back up doesn't look like a walk in the park. Thank you for your broadcasting, Shauna! Shauna! Hi. I'm starting to understand why rivers always want to flow downstream, not up. Because gravity! This is the famous Eagle River. I got to try out its rough rapids the other night. They say it has really strong current, and they weren't kidding. It's both powerful and fast-flowing. I was dead lucky. I meant lucky not to be dead. Usually people say dead serious. There's the bridge, the Dusky Bridge up there. It's amazing how clearly you can see it from so far away. Larry supposedly saw everything through the shack's window. Not much light gets down here, so it must be pitch black at night. The area was probably illuminated that night because of the burning bridge blah, blah. Above. Alright, anything else here? No? Footsteps? No? Stuff? No? Other stuff? No? Okay, never mind. Back to the suspension bridge. Back to the main gate. Back to the main hall. Back to where I came from because I can't find anything. Back to the... nothing here. Okay. I gotta be missing something because I've looked through everything and something tells me I have to show Gumshoe something. I have to show Gumshoe something. I breathe. Okay. I need to do something. But what? And where? And why? Okay. I gotta present Gumshoe with something. I don't know what it is, but I have to figure it out. This? Hey, look, it's my attorney's badge. Haha, good one, pal. You're always good for a laugh with your cute little badge. But a real man has a police badge. How's school going? Nice. I just got back to U of T, so I'm in 3rd year and going back for the spring. So I just went to one of my lectures today. What is that? Hey, it looks good. Is it cough drop? No. I tell you, pal, I've had a sore throat all day. Ah, no, that's my back tongue. I can't eat it. Oh, at least he doesn't just put the stuff in his mouth first and ask questions later anymore. This? No, you don't know. Perhaps wait till summer. Shouldn't advertise gumshoe, especially in front of her. This? Nope. So that's an automatic nope. Scroll. Do you know anything about this scroll, detective? Well, it smells great. Why? Yeah, it's kind of weather. It's just the kind of weather for something steaming hot mashed potatoes and gravy. I really love that stuff. Ah! Have you nothing else to say about that in your inane ramblings about gravy? Not really. Let's leave it at that, okay? This. Make sure she was a mysterious person. Real name, her past is all a complete mystery. Still, it strikes me as odd. Why would someone who wishes to remain anonymous become an author? You know what probably happened? I bet she didn't know if her books were going to be such a success. That's what I think. The hood. The hood. Nothing about the hood. Weather data. Nothing about the weather data. The Shichitsu. Oh! Since all is right, then no, it's not. She said the murder weapon was thrusting the victim up to the hilt. But the bloodstains on this aren't consistent with her story. Don't worry, pal. I'll uncover the real murder weapon. Where's the real murder weapon? If I haven't turned up by the spring, you can take my badge. The case will probably be long over by then, Gumshoe. The victim's staff. Oh, when carried by Elise Dioxanum when she was alive, has her fingerprints on it. Uh-huh. That staff belonged to the victim. Yeah, and apart from the crystal missing at the top, there's nothing else wrong with it. Oh, I should remember something important. This is just between us, okay? Is it going to have anything to do with the case, detective? Well, no, but it's really... Well, no, I'm not interested. Yes, sir. Calling a ma'am, sir. Because translations in Japanese have always turned out to be a male pronoun. This! No. Nada. This! Nada. This! Nada. Oh, I gotta show him something, but what? Oh! Ooh, the crime photo. It's really gruesome. All I gotta say is the killer is messed up in the head. But it turns out that the Shichitsu thing wasn't even the murder weapon. Even then, why would someone stab the victim like that? That's the mystery we're here to solve. The sketch. It was like a circus today in court. All thanks to this little sketch. At the risk of repeating myself, you really ought to choose your friends more carefully, Phoenix Wright. Why? 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 Okay, I know Larry's a bit out there, but he generally wants to help Iris, I'm sure of that. He wouldn't have produced this for no reason. You are nothing more than a marshmallow on the inside, the both of you! Marshmallows? Living in marshmallow hell? Crystal sphere, found in the outcropping near the Esky Bridge, has blood in it, came from the victim's stab. Thought it was also half covered in snow. Doink! This was found close to the Esky Bridge, wasn't it? That's why the artist guy said, yeah. Right, after the defendant flew over the burning bridge. According to the testimony, she dropped it when she landed on the other side. But this crystal didn't belong to Iris. The crystal had dropped out of Miss Elise Dioxanum's staff. And there are traces of blood on it, too. The real question is, what was it doing near the foot of the Dusky Bridge? Okay, Maya? Maya! The situation hasn't changed, we still don't know anything about Maya's whereabouts. She's gotta be in the secret cabin, though that's the only place left. Hey! Hey! I heard it's real cold out there, we gotta help her fast, or it could be bad, pal. Is there anything you can do, detective? No, there's nothing I can do. What are you talking about? We're already on it. You couldn't get a faster response from a computer. Actually, you can. Mr. Godot put everything in the place right away. The guy doesn't mess around. Godot? Yeah, the coffee-drinking mystery man who didn't show in court. I gotta say, he's totally made me rethink of my perception of him, pal. Yeah. She cross-examined me once, you know. Yeah, that was us, the big guns locking horns. Witness versus lawyer. It was a battle of cunning tactics and tricks. And stupidity! But the witness isn't supposed to play any tricks. I can't believe she's gone. I can't believe what I see. Pearly Pearl. Apparently, the girl was trapped over here since the night of the murder. She said anything to do about Maya. She wouldn't tell me. She's not gonna tell me something that she wouldn't even speak to you, pal. She was real upset. She wouldn't stop crying. Phoenix Wright! Look sharp and go comfort that poor young girl. I will. Trust me, I will. Gadoo. That guy's got more mysteries than a choose-your-own-escape aid book, pal. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I already know. I can't believe he skipped the trial like that without even getting permission. He'd have been fired for sure if he were working for a normal company. Never would have expected the prosecutor's office to be so lax. Don't get the wrong impression, Phoenix Wright. More importantly, doesn't it strike you as odd that the police are unaware of the man's medical situation? Shit, I read it wrong. Of course, being extradited from hell is a tedious affair. The meticulous regeneration and adjustment of all your internal organs is... Well, let's just say modern medicine allows us to live to a ripe old age. Even someone like me. Yeah, why is he hiding that from everyone? Additionally raises another question. Why did he choose to tell only you? Yeah, why did he? Why did he? You! Hey, you wanna hear something? Maggie says she's gonna buy me a new coat. Really? Really? That's great. Yeah, I think it's safe to say say thanks for helping her out during the last case. Which means I can finally check out that stinky old sweat-soaked rag. You mean you don't have any special attachments to that coat? And after that effort I took to mail it back to you from Germany? Ah, well, I'll be sure to take good care of it once it's retired, sir. Okay, she's a sweet old lady. She didn't look like the lying type to me, but there was a problem with her testimony, wasn't there? Yeah, but I don't think it was her fault. She was just trying to say the right thing, and it came out wrong. I know what it's like. Happens to me all the time. For a detective, you are completely lacking in the powers of observation. Alright, Elise Yuxinum. She sure is a mysterious person. Her real name, her past is a complete mystery. Still attracts me as odd. I think I've already read that part before. Iris! I don't know, I'm not sure anymore. The clues we found today have turned out topsy-turvy. Can't see how Iris could have done it now. Oh, how interesting, Scruffy. Sadly, I don't share the same sentiment. Prepare yourself well for tomorrow, Phoenix Wright. Why does every prosecutor want to burn me at the stake so badly? Am I the new Joan of Arc? Am I a witch? Is this town of Salem? Reached Yuxinum, aka Larry Butts on an unbelievable site. He was missing Yuxinum's apprentice, or so I heard. Well, I suppose you could call him that. The guy drew a portrait of me, you know? Well, lucky you, I suppose. Yeah, but I had to pay him 50 cents for it. That's pretty awful. You aren't really enthused about this guy either. Well, he made a mockery of the court today. And I'm almost sure he did it on purpose, too. You! Wow, what a beauty, huh? Shar! What is that long pause for, Scruffy? That's a real nice brooch she's got, too. Gar! I'm sure he needs to learn how to give compliments faster than Francisca gives lashes. Edgeworth. An old firm said to be #1 at the DA's office, studies foreign judicial systems now. I haven't seen Mr. Edgeworth for about a year. Talk about a long time. You know why he moved overseas? I don't know. Probably to look cool. Huh? There's a lot of weight attached to doing research overseas, you know? Once I've done my stint in Paris, you'll have to call me Monsieur Gumshusish. What? People don't really get Edgeworth, do they? No, they don't. It's his own fault for not explaining anything about himself. Alright, can I talk about anything? No, why can't I talk about anything? Can I look at anything? Can I talk about anything? Can I... Why is there a weird... dug up patch of snow? Okay. Did I talk about everything? I talked about everything. Okay. Is there anything I did not do? Is there anything I did not examine? Because I feel like... There's something I missed, but there's nothing I missed, was there? Look at the river. Look at the gate. Look at whatever's inside of there. Look at this. Look at that. Why can't I do anything here? Okay, I've already... Why is there a crack in the wall? I don't know why there's a crack in the wall. I've already asked Gumshoe everything. There's gotta be something I have not explored yet. Suspension bridge. Examine. Phone. This, that. Oh. What was I supposed to do yesterday? Examine. What am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? Ooh. Seems like I haven't examined anything here. There's a laughably large megatama in the altar. If I can see Cyclops with the tiny megatama I've got, I can only imagine what the kind of power this bad boy has under the hood. Altar. What if I just skip most of this? No. There's gotta be something. Because I've looked through everything and I can't. Ooh. Japanese culture 101. Ugh. Okay, fine. Double check this. Double check that. Double checked everything else because I am freaking stuck. What am I not asking Gumshoe? What am I not getting? Where am I not going? Because I've never been this stuck in a long, long time. Okay. So go to Heavenly Hall. Please? No. There's nothing here. What am I supposed to do with Gumshoe? Am I supposed to ask him something? I'm supposed to present something? Why? Examine. There's gotta be something I've overlooked. Like, I got the crystal ball. What am I supposed to do? Because I'm freaking stuck. Garden. There has to be something. But what? I've already gotten through all the options. What the frack do I do? So I have to look up a walkthrough because I don't like looking at the walkthrough. Screw it, I'm looking at the walkthrough. Give me a second. I gotta edit this video later. I'm stuck! Okay. I don't like looking at a walkthrough, but for now, I'll have to do it. I gotta be next right, Ace Attorney. Okay, this should be the right one. Looking at this one. IGN facts. Should be at the Trilogy. Episode 4. No, I'm not on Ace Attorney. No, not Justice Ball. Next, right, Trials and Tribulations walkthrough. Okay, here we go. The last case. Okay. Where am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? Walkthrough. Okay, so I know I'm on 3-1 investigation. Right here. 3-1 investigation. Potty clinic. What? That's where I just read the case files. Susky Bridge, main gate, Francisco von Karma, today's trial. What happened? Moved to the main hall, Bikini looks very depressed, at least he's dead. I've already gone through all of those. There's a girl, Bikini says, moved to the courtyard. But the main hall. Where's the main hall? Main hall 2. Gumshoe writes to tell you finally done with the repairs. Intergate Temple, training hall, done that. Hanging scroll. Alright, moved to the Inner Temple Gate, Gumshoe here, pondering if you should watch something or not. No entry, moved to the garden where Gumshoe is. Okay, examine the red thing on the snow. Looks like a charm, wait for it. Why is that not popping up? Okay! Why? I just had my... Okay, you know what? Fine. There's a charm or something poking out from the snow. It looks pretty old. There's a leather cord tied to it, too. Okay, now we can finally progress! Apparently, I belong to the victim. To Miss Celeste Exodum? Yeah, there was a broken leather cord around the lady's neck. The ends of the cord found on both the victim and the charm match exactly. Okay, finally! And yeah, I had to use a freaking walkthrough. But there's another thing I gotta check while I'm doing this. Sounds to me like this little trick is gonna be my ticket to getting the very big answers. There we go! The Crime Master's Talisman. Found in the Garden of the Inner Temple. Okay. And I'm just checking my schedule while I'm doing this. Okay. Can I talk to him about anything? Can I present the talisman and get some new information? Can I look at my schedule? This thing was worn by the criminals, by the way. I mean, because of the meshing leather cord? Yeah. But it was one of these she wore. Got the safe driving charm wearing it for a year now. Nah, it's fine. I got all the shifts I need. If I ever get in an accident, I'll guarantee it'll be the other guy's fault. Isn't that supposed to stop you from having an accident in the first place? Okay, why'd you joke about that? Alright, fine. Was there some place I was supposed to move? This? No, I feel like I got all the... Okay, who did that? Someone did that. I have to look at the walkthrough. I have to look at the walkthrough. Why do I have to look at the walkthrough? Main gate. Okay, finally! We're doing something. I seem to have a visitor. Mr. Wright. Iris, I'm glad to see you. Godot managed to mobilize the police by claiming the state inmate him again. Never mind him. We gotta hurry up and unlock the sacred cavern. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. It's my fault. Someone so important to you was locked in there. Mr. Edgeworth, can we finish our conversation later? Alright, let's hurry to the inner temple. I'll see you then. Later then. Right. What are you talking about? Wait, Edgeworth, I'm coming with you guys. Sorry, Wright. I can't allow you to come with us. What? I hate to be the one to break it to you, but my fate is in a rather delicate position. What do you mean by a delicate position? This isn't simply a rescue operation, right? It's also an investigation. That being the case, we can't allow members of the public to interfere. I'm not a member of the public! I'm a member of the investigation, too. If anything happens, you'll be the first to know. Please understand, right? But it's Maya, Mr. Wright. All that matters is that Mystic Maya is rescued, correct? I listen to the voice of reason for a change, Phoenix Wright. From now on, consider anything beyond Dusky Bridge to be off limits. We'll be going now, excuse us. Which means I'll cross anyways. Ah! There's no time to be standing around, Phoenix Wright. Aren't you any other things that demand your attention? She's right. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah. February 9th, Hazakura Temple Main Hall. You're depressed again. You're still depressed. Sister Bikini looks like she's shrunk some since I saw her. Don't be so rude, Phoenix Wright. What's wrong, Sister Bikini? My. Hello, you two. How are you doing? Wahahaha! You laugh like Wario. From the sound of the side, I guess she's still pretty down. Iris is just here, you know. She's accompanied by that handsome crimson-clad prince. Who? Is she talking about Edgeworth? You're like the second middle-aged woman that has a liking to Edgeworth, aside from Old Bag. Is she talking about Edgeworth? She just a courtesy call. I wasn't allowed to talk with her at all. Oh dear, it's all my fault that this has happened. Poor Iris. She was worried about my back. Would you believe? What have I done to her? What have I done to her? What have I done? What did you do? only what you gotta do, sister. You bravely and truthfully testified about what you saw. There's no shame in that. Even if it wasn't in Iris's favor. And we'll see that your testimony wasn't made in vain. But I'll see to it! Well, I don't hear anyone else saying that. Mr. Blue Suits doesn't seem to share your opinion, I see. Huh? Me? Ack! Glare. Oh, yes, you did great. Absolutely spectacular! Sniffle. You two are the only ones who would have said that to me. I can't shake the feeling that I just became a shill to a shrew. Do you have a problem, Phoenix Wright? Yes! Whip me, bitch. Never mind. She was so brave to testify so truthfully like that. But I know she's still hiding something. Guess it's time to break those cyclocks of hers. Okay. I don't know if I have evidence. Oh wait, I do have evidence, but I don't know what I got tongue-tied. Okay. Elise Diaxonum. I need to break her by breaking her spine or break her heart. So take that! I must break you. I must pull a Drago on you. 5 of them! Dear God. Oh, Sister Bikini, the truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. I'm convinced that Miss Lixianaxonum had a special significance to this temple. As to why she had a special significance, I believe it is to do with her true identity. What on earth are you talking about? She was, Mystic Elise was an author, just an author of picture books. To be honest, I had my suspicions almost immediately after I met her. Suspicions? Yes, but I didn't have any evidence to support my theory, though. But now I do. This piece of evidence proves Diaxonum's true identity. Found the Crine Master, which makes her a master, so... Take that! Mr. Diaxonum had this charm with her at all times. Car! Where did you... This isn't some cheap good luck charm either. Then what do you think of this, Mr. Wright? What does this talisman possibly mean? It's a talisman, isn't it? Interesting. Oops. This thing speaks volumes about who Miss Diaxonum really was. This talisman and another item unequivocally prove me... unequivocally prove Miss Diaxonum's true identity. Ooh? Misty Faye's image is obscured by gravy. The talisman, so take that! Oh no, the scroll, never mind. The painting is obscured by the gravy stain at the moment. But the scroll shows the master of the crying channeling technique. The crest at the top is a sign of the honorable title. The very same crest that adorns the talisman the victim carried with her. Ah! This crest is reserved for the master of crying. Who on earth told you this nonsense? I've got no idea what you're talking about. The new master, Maya Fey, told me. What? What? You mean the acolyte is Misty Faye's daughter? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. In fact, since her eldest daughter passed away, Maya is Misty Faye's sole successor. Mystic Misty! Whoa! I thought I was gonna have to put a little extra effort into that. But no. I took it all down in one fell swoop. Tell me everything! Mystic Elsie graced us with her presence about a week ago. When she showed me the talisman with a mark on it, well, I nearly fainted. No one has seen her since she disappeared 17 years ago, after all. What is the significance of this talisman, sister? The crying talisman is a symbol of the master of crying. So, Miss Elise Diaxonum is Misty Faye. Huh. The bearer must carry with them always until their death. Until their death. So Elise Diaxonum was really Ma's mother, huh? She was Misty Faye, the master of the crying channeling technique. The truth comes out at the last. Looks like we're making some headway here. So, if Misty Faye is Maya's mother, then Misty Faye also has the ability to channel as a spirit medium. Tell me, sister, after 17 years, why does she choose to show herself now? Because something happened that called her out of hiding. What happened? Well, don't you dare give me another Cyclock. Don't you dare give me another Cyclock. It can't be. Earthquake! Oh, it's not a Cyclock, never mind. Arr! Oh my goodness, the Inner Temple, this kind of terminal might... The Inner Temple? The secret government of the train hall might very well cave in. What? Maya! The screen shakes, yet the text doesn't. It seems to have passed. Well, we can't just stand over here. Let's go. What? Where? To the Inner Temple, of course. Where else? Sister Bikini. We'll finish this later, alright? Of course. We run along now. People may have been hurt. I must get some first aid kits ready. Come on then, Phoenix Wright. They won't bar you from entering as long as I'm with you. Thank you. Right at the moment, I had the worst feeling in my gut. We just had an earthquake. I wonder if he's alright. Or if Edgeworth is fine, because I know he doesn't like earthquakes. You look worried. Are you thinking about Miles Edgeworth? Yes! Come on, let's go. Ikuyo! Says the most kawaii version of Francisca von Karma. We've got to hurry to the inner temple. Right! Ah, what are you doing here? How could I have? How do you expect us to understand if you don't speak up? Yo! Hey, why am I getting the luck? She's gone. No! Defendant Iris. She's gone. What? Gone where? She fled. She escaped. Why? Why would she fled? Why would she escape? What? Nani? Nani? So, it's just now, during the earthquake. It's easy to see Edgeworth's one and only weakness. Sugoi! His fear of earthquakes. Because he developed this fear when he was stuck in an elevator with his dad. Well, at the same time his dad got killed. As soon as the ground started shaking, everything went dark before my eyes and I stupidly passed out. That incident haunts you to this day, doesn't it? That's no excuse for letting the suspect get away. I can't believe it happened. Right, the inner temple area is a dead end. She could have escaped to the side. We have a shit here. I know the shit. We need to get the manhunt underway. The Search Eagle mountain from top to bottom. Wait, Edgeworth, have you thoroughly checked the inner temple yet? Don't be ridiculous. Why would I? The inner temple is like an island. There's no way to escape but to cross. No, that's not it. Iris isn't the type of person to run away, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? Mr. Bikini mentioned something when we were with her. She said that the sacred cavern might have caved in because of the quake. You think Iris might have gone into the temple to check the situation? Listen, Edgeworth, I'm sure she's at the inner temple. A manhunt is not necessary. Right. Let's not waste any more time. We need to get to the training hall sacred cavern now. Alright, let's go. February 9th. Inner Temple Training Hall. Fortunately, the sacred cavern hadn't caved in. But what we found was something no one ever expected. What? What the hell? Oh god, more of those. IRL Cyclops. How can there be even more locks? What is the meaning of this? Iris. Iris, please tell me. What the hell is going on? To be continued. Right after I save it! Okay. I'll do it. I will do it. I will frickin' do it. February 9th, Inner Temple Training Hall. Right? Is this what Godot was talking about? Yeah. The trick locks. Now then, Iris, please remove these at once. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm afraid I can't. It's not possible for me. What? During the earthquake, when the cavern was in danger of caving, Iris escaped. And I know there was only one lock when I came here last. You're saying that you can't undo the new locks. Yes, if only I was stronger. Edgeworth, how are you feeling? You look a little pale in the face. Like you're the one to talk with your face all green. Kawaga Midori. Oh. Oh. Miles Edgeworth, go and get some air. I'll watch over the suspect. You go and get a grip on yourself. Don't be ridiculous. I'm perfectly fragging it. There's no telling the sort of mistakes you can do to make in your current state. I think that's the first time Van Karma whipped Edgeworth. Go and get some rest. This is the only concern now, Miles Edgeworth. Understood. Wakata. I'll handle the investigation in the garden. You take care of things here. Well, I slowly disappear like a stage act. Edgeworth. He's got so much pride that he's probably off crying in the corner of the garden. Pride is simply another trap that hinders us in our lives. Pride cometh before a fall. That said, one must have pride to be effective on the job. At any rate, it seems that there's where we part ways, Phoenix Wright. I'm going to stay here and see if I can help solve these bothersome puzzles. I see. Well, thanks for your help. What are you going to do? Now then, do you mind if I ask you a few things, Iris? No, not at all. The track lack. Is it a T? Don't you dare open a Phoenix Wright! Now I know how Maya feels when I tell her not to touch things. What a pity. It's just full of closed acolytes. I thought we weren't opening it. I'm from the prosecutor's office. I can do anything! I am above the law! Yeah, you can do anything except stand up to a 9-year-old girl. Blankets, wafer thin. I'm sorry, Phoenix Wright. Wafer thin. I think I've already had this conversation. Skip this. Done that. Why are there more locks? The store. When I was here earlier, there was only one lock, but there are 5 of them. These chains almost if they're guarding something inside the cavern. I've never seen locks quite like these before. I have. I've seen locks and chains just like these before. They look just like the ones that guards a person's secrets during a cycle lock. I wonder if these locks are guarding something too. Dark secrets in a dark cavern. Okay, Iris, talk to me. Why did you make a run for it, Iris? I'm sorry. What are you sorry for? I heard the trouble was really shaken by a strong earthquake. We had blah 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 blah. Hold on a second, I'm just checking something while we're looking at something. Okay, blah blah. I was so worried I just had to come and see. In other words, didn't run away, escaped the law. At least we're clear on that. I could tell how relieved when I saw this second cavern was all right. But what? Then I saw the chains here. I saw all the extra locks that someone had put on the sacred cavern's door, and who in the world would do something like this? Trick lock. These trick locks are the sacred treasure of the Korean tradition. There are hundreds of ways to set them. That's why the only person who set the lock can open it. And you aren't the one who set these locks. I don't think that's as simple, Francisco Von Carva. When we were here the first time, there's only one lock. But now, somehow, there's 5 of them. What does that mean? It means that someone wanted to secure the place even more. And they wanted to secure it before you got here, Iris. Presumably because they wanted to make sure Maya couldn't get out. This means that Iris can only open one of these locks, the first one. Yep, that's correct. What? Iris, try to think, please. Isn't there any way around this? Well, like I said, there are hundreds of ways to set the lock. Suppose if I went through every combination of each one, I could remove them. But it would take time, wouldn't it? Yes. About a day if I had to guess. A whole day? Well, it's better than leaving the locks in place. Will you do that for us? Sure. I'll do whatever I can. We gotta wait another day? Hang on there, Maya. We have to call in inner strike now. The night of the crime. You know what, Iris? There's still one thing I don't get. Well, what that might be, Phoenix, right? I think it's obvious. Iris, on the night of the murder, where were you? Please, Iris, don't give me that look. Please don't give me more Cyclops. So unless you were in Hazakura Temple at the time of the incident. But you were seen at the same evening at the Inner Temple. And then you were spotted at the scene of the crime in Hazakura Temple, too. Being spotted at both the Hazakura Temple and the Inner Temple. It's as if you were... Well, Iris, I think it's about time you told us the truth. Are you gonna give me a Cyclops? Why am I not surprised? 3 of them. Medium difficulty. I knew there's something going on you didn't want me to know about. I gotta break it open. I gotta break it open. Wait. I'm gonna be a little extra thorough. Actually, I'm not gonna be thorough. I'm just gonna jump straight into it. Hold it! Actually, take that! The night of the crime. I think it's time you told the truth of what you're doing that night. You say you were in the room to Hazakura Temple the entire time. Do you still claim it to be the truth? Yes. That's where I was. Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I wanted to believe what you're telling me too, but I can't. Because this person saw you somewhere else on the night of the murder. Who was it? Larry. Because he saw an unbelievable sight at Heavenly Hall on the night of the crime, so... Take that! What? I trust you need to... That's right, I can't. Why not? I can't trust... Okay, I frigged up. Oops, looks like I screwed up there. This person saw you somewhere else on the night of the murder. It wasn't Larry. Who was it? Was it Maya? No. Yes! I'm talking about Sister Bikini, of course. Sister Bikini? Her testimony in court today was very clear. That night, I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple, but... well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte and return to the Hazakota temple. Sister Bikini didn't just see you, she spoke with you. You two talked about Maya's training that night. So you see, Iris, you were at the inner temple on the night of the murder. That's very impressive, Mr. Wright. The acolyte's training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night. I left the main hall early so I wouldn't be late. What time was that? Let me see. It takes about 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the inner temple, so around 9:30? 9:40, I think... I'm sorry, Iris, but lying just doesn't suit you. Huh? Now, you say you left the main hall at 9:40. Well, what you say doesn't add up with this. This! Your testimony. You yourself testified the contrary, don't you remember? You said you rang the lights out bell at 10 o'clock that night. Ah! Plus, only moments before you rang the bell, you were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have. Who's that? Me. Mr. Wright. We even spoke a little that evening. That's why you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten. No, that's right, I remember. And to bring things to another puzzling fact, Iris... at 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. It's time you told me exactly what's going on, Iris. So far, I've managed to prove 2 things. First, on the night of the incident, you were in the inner temple. And second, the exact same thing, you were ringing the bell at Hazakota Temple. There's only one possible explanation for this apparent possibility. You were there. There were 2 of you? Do it! On the night of the incident, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. Which means there must have been 2 of you! I can't think of any other explanation, Iris. But that's crazy! How could that be? There's only one of me. It is impossible. Impossible? I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise. Golf! You're seriously trying to suggest there's one more than me? Then show me the evidence that shows me that proves there's more... there's one more than one me. Has the victim's blood and the suspect's fingerprints, but it's not the murder weapon. No. This! Are you saying another me? I was kind of expecting someone to look like me, you know. Oh, I frigged. I frigged, didn't I? Frigged. Okay, stop frigging up! Someone who looks 100% like you. Need to get to the bottom of this. It's time to hide. I can't drag anything that shows irrefutable evidence. Show me the evidence that proves there is more than one of me. Something that looks like her. Oh, I frigged. I don't think I have enough evidence. Should investigate and gather more clues. Do I actually have evidence? No. I don't have enough evidence. Shit. Okay, I actually have to go back and not screw up. Okay. February 9th in Temple Guard. The cops are still coming to the place to look pretty nervous. I'd be nervous too. It's gotta be a tough job. There you are! Especially with someone giving you the evil eye the whole time. Mutter. How could I have done that? Wow, I can't believe it's still bothering him. Azure. Ah! Hey! Don't you dare run away! What do you want, Wright? What do I want? You came here to laugh at me, then get on with it. Go on, laugh away. I was already to hug it out of him, and he was still the same prideful Azure. You went back to the criminal department Criminal Affairs Department. Right. You say you wanted to look into something concerning Iris. Yes. And thanks to what I found, I was reminded of something terrible. Oh, really? And what was it? You guys are putting a lot of effort in investigating the garden out here, huh? There's a high chance this is the actual scene of the crime, that's why. You mean because of the writing, the blood, and the talisman in the snow? Exactly. Gotta check. Think. Yeah, whoever did that. Because it seems like... Oh, wait, hold on a second. Where is it? Screw it, it's mirrored. But it says someone Sib scrubbed. Thank you, Chent ZZ. Exactly. As you know, those things could have been planned here after the murder. But sure, you don't suspect Maya, do you? No, I don't! Or do I? You have to treat everyone as a suspect. Maya might as well... it's our job, right? Earthquakes. So, I guess you still haven't gotten over your fear of earthquakes. No. Though, thankfully, my nightmares have stopped. But still, even if the ground gives me the slightest tremor, I find myself short of breath. 17 years ago, when we were little high school kids at that same elementary school, Edgeworth found himself in the middle of a murder. The DL6 incident. In the elevator of a courthouse. Started with the big quake that hit the courthouse. Flashback! Yes, I was stuck in the elevator with my father, who was a defense attorney. We were deprived of oxygen when we passed out, and that's when it happened. That single gunshot shattered my whole life. Actually, it was two, but never mind. I lost everything that day, all because of that earthquake. My dreams, my family, and myself. It's been more than 17 years now. Your family. And the case was finally resolved 2 years ago, right? You think I don't know that? I was there, but... It was such a shock. I never imagined I could be so wrong about myself and my life. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Actually, Wright. There's nothing else I can say. Not if you chose to become a lawyer for my sake, and not after you saved me. Edgeworth, you're stronger than you think. There's no more of the self-pity, okay? Iris! There was something about that bothered me from her the moment we met. I felt like I've seen her somewhere before. No, wait. Wait. I gotta frickin' fix this shit. Okay, got it. Not somewhere. I felt like I've seen her somewhere in the court before. So you went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look for a file. Yes, I've checked over every case file I've ever worked on. And now I was right. I've seen her face before, 6 years ago. 6 years ago? It was her first appearance at the court, and as cases go, it was my worst nightmare. So, who is she? Sorry, right? I can't give that information away to the member of the general public. What? Why not? It might be a crucial piece of the puzzle that solves this case. The woman I knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner. She had nothing to do with the Iris or Hazukuta temple, and now that I did the case. No! That woman is completely unrelated to the murder. Unrelated? Yes, I can say that with complete confidence. You're wrong, Edgeworth. She's totally related to the case. I need to fill Edgeworth in. I need to explain the connection between Iris and the woman Edgeworth knew. How do I do that? How the frack do I do that? I don't know how to do that. Oh! I'm finally getting to the bottom of this case. I can't count on Iris to break those locks, so I should try it. Got my clues for Sister Bikini, Edgeworth Gumshoe, and Pearls. Speaking of, where is she? Across the bridge. Here we go. Weird that no one is in a place all of a sudden. It sure gets quiet up here in the mountains when you're all on your own. Speaking of alone, I guess I could go check out the shack down this path. Maybe I'll find Larry there sulking again. Okay, here we go. February 9th, Heavenly Hall. Oh, Mr. Nick! Pearls! What are you doing here? Nothing. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Well, we don't know yet. Oh, I see. What do you think you're doing here, Nick? Larry, this is a loser's shack where losers get together to lose themselves. Why? This is, well, what? Hey, we found comfort in each other's failures, okay? You got a problem with that? Look, Mr. Nick. Mr. Luis did a picture of me. That's, great, Pearls. We're going to gather firewood now. We'll be cooking some half-rotten potatoes over a miserable little campfire. So stay out of our way. I don't believe this. Why can't he try getting fired up over becoming a better man? No one believes a word I say anymore. Listen to me, Pearls. You don't want to trust this kind of guy, okay? He'll let you down, okay? Oh, Mr. Maya? Lori's sketch. Lori, is there something you want to tell me more about this picture? Hey, I've got nothing to say to you, Nick. My life's here now with Pearls. Two losers cooking potatoes together forevermore. What am I gonna do with him? Alright then, what do you think about this picture with Pearls? I think it's really well drawn. I can't draw at all, so I think it's really amazing. See? Someone appreciates it. It's tough getting the flames to look like that, you know? It's supposed to be Sister Iris flying through the air, isn't it? I love it. It's like a dream. A wonderful fantasy. A wonderful fantasy. No, it's a dream. She really flew, I'm telling you. Iris really flew that night. But Mr. Larice... Sigh. Not you too. Please don't look at me like that, Pearl. Don't look at me like I'm some kind of nutcase. I beg of you. I guess this picture really is a representation of what Larry thinks he saw. Okay, so I was half asleep before that night. But it was wide awake after the lightning struck. And I saw what I saw. And what I saw, I drew exactly on the picture. His head looked like it was upside down. So, if he saw what he saw, is what he saw also upside down? And it looks like I don't have any other choice but to take this sketch at face value. Well, what's the look of doubt on your face? Because... Pearls. Yes, Mr. Nick. I've been meaning to ask you about the night of the murder. Where were you and what exactly were you doing when it all happened? I was just kidding, you know? I'm sure it really doesn't matter what I was doing. Does it, Mr. Nick? Sorry, Pearls, but yes, it does. On the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Miss Deoxydam's room reading a book together. But Miss Deoxydam was murdered, and you, Pearls, were at the inner temple. Just what exactly happened that night, Pearls. Cyclops! I'm really sorry, Mr. Nick. Cyclops! Oh! I've been a bad girl. That's why I'm being punished. What are you talking about, Pearls? My spiritual power. It has disappeared. What? Her powers have disappeared? How does that work? What do you mean your powers have disappeared? It's all over for me. A spirit medium who can't channel spirits is like a painter who can't paint. Hey! What are you looking at me for? Pearls, did you try to channel someone else's spirit right in the Hazakura Temple? Tried, but failed, perhaps? Ah! Ah! Way to go, Nick! You made her cry. That was really cruel of you. Ah! Just as I thought. I'm gonna have to break the recyclass to get the truth out of her. But something tells me I gotta collect more clues because I'm... Screw it. I gotta backtrack. I gotta front track. I gotta... Here we go. February 9th, Hazakura Temple, main gate. I wonder if Mr. Bikini's back at the main hall yet. I haven't seen Gumshoe around for a while. Maybe they're having a cup of tea together somewhere. I bet Gumshoe is Sister Bikini's type. What type? Alright. Oh, there she is. Shaking and shivering in the main hall. Well, what is the damage? How's the secret cabin? It looks like it survived, but we have a bigger problem now. There's more locks. Everywhere. Locks. Everywhere. I told Sister Bikini about it. About the 5 locks that were stopping us from getting inside the secret cavern. But who? Who could have done that? The only people who would know how to set those locks are those of the Korean tradition. We have Iris at the Sacred Cavern trying her best to open them for us right now. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk with you about, Sister Bikini. Oh, yes, we're in the middle of a chat, weren't we? Yes, you were telling me about how the Master of Crime disappeared 17 years ago. I want to know why Misty Face suddenly appeared at the temple. It was about a week ago when Misty arrived. After she showed me the talisman that proved she was the Master, she said, someone is trying to destroy the Korean tradition's main family line. I'm here to put a stop to them. Huh. Someone was trying to destroy the main family line. There is only one heir to the title of Master at the time, and it's usually the eldest. The child becomes the new Master of Korean, and her daughter is the main family. All other mediums become branch family members with no hope of controlling the clan. That's why nothing has changed throughout the history of the clan. Branch families have always been and always will plot to erase those of the main family line. Is the power of the Master worth this much bloodshed? You believe the technique, don't you, Mr. Wright? You know its power is real. Yes, I do. It's been 2 years since I first met Maya. In that time, I've seen her channel the spirits of the dead plenty of times. During the mask-to-mask case, during Maggie Bird's trial too. Thanks to Maya, Mia's always on hand to help me when I need her the most. That crying technique has made a huge difference to the world, you know. I mean, the ability to commune with the dead, that's true psychic power, you know. Members of the tradition have always been there, behind every important leader. Who wouldn't respect such a tremendous skill? I suppose so, but with all that power and influence, I kinda expect you to be really rich by now. Are you saying we're poor, Mr. Wright? Ho ho ho, you're very dark, aren't you? People don't believe in it anymore, you see, all because of one little mistake. A mistake? What mistake? It was 17 years ago that, when everything came crashing down. All because of that incident. That incident? Is she talking about what I think she is? I'm sure the record still existed if you're interested. Locked up, of course. It's called the DL6 incident. That's the name on the file. The DL6 incident. I knew it! The DL6 incident. I know it well. I handled a related case just 2 years ago. Ah, that's right. So it was you who was the defense attorney on that case. Murder that took place 17 years ago. She giving me the finger? She looks like she's giving me the finger. It was the first time in the country's history the police ever used a spirit medium. The idea was to channel the victim's spirit to learn the identity of the murderer. And the medium who performed that channeling was Misty Faye, Maya's mother. Through Misty's channeling, the name of a certain man resurfaced. Armed with that as evidence, the investigators spurred into action. But that man, he was found not guilty, wasn't he? That's right, he was. And the case remained a mystery. In other words, we failed. It was the first case the world has ever seen the crime tradition openly involved in. It was all over the media, the public, the judiciary, the people of Crime Village. Everyone judged her, everyone said Misty's powers were a sham. And then she just disappeared, vanished, while everyone still thought of her as a fraud. But I know the truth! Mr. Faye's spirit chilling wasn't a sham at all. Of course it wasn't. And since you managed to reveal the truth, we're finally making a comeback. The crime tradition is starting to recover at last. But with the new master wielding the power of the clan, does she mean Maya? Because Maya is now the new master. Family feud! The spirit power of the crime channeling technique is in the blood. Maya has told me the exact same thing before. It's in the blood. Just slit your wrist and you'll find out. We, the women of the Fae clan, has always been the spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us. According to the Maya, only the women in the family can inherit that power. The main family's bloodline stems directly from the mystic Annie. But with each new generation, only one daughter becomes the new master. And the ones who don't become branch families, right? That's right, it's always because of that tragedy. You know, Maya had a sister too, an older sister named Mia. Oh yes, I've heard of her. What? You know about Mia? Of course. What's she done? She became a lawyer in the hopes of discovering what happened to her mother, and lost her life as a result. Do you know what Mystic Mia is rumored to have said? She said that it wasn't only because of her mother that she became a lawyer, also she didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition. Really? Well, she saw what happened to her own mother, Mystic Misty, as she grew up. I guess Mystic Maya is tired of seeing all the rivalry between her mom and her aunt. That's right, Miss Faye had an elder sister too. Misty Faye had an elder sister too. And Misty, having superior powers, managed to usurp the Master Seat from her. Mystic Misty's sister is Mystic Morgan, as you probably know. Morgan Faye. Morgan. There's a name I know well. It was a year ago now at Maya's home, Crime Village. What she did was horrible. It was all to make her own daughter the next master. I suppose if you know about Mystic Morgan's daughter, then you must have already realized about Iris. Huh? Iris. What's Iris got to do with any of this? That Iris is Mystic Morgan's daughter. What? Iris is what? Is she kidding me? Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter. Morgan and Iris. Did you just say Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter? Oops, I thought you already knew. It sounded like you meant one of Mystic Morgan's daughters already. I have. I know her very well. Oh? Yes, Pearl Faye. But I always thought she was an only child. You jest! That child, she's Mystic Morgan's. I had no idea. Mystic Morgan. But she's in prison now, isn't she? Yes, ever since she was found to be a co-conspirator in a murder case last year. Alright, where's my water bottle? Shit, where? Oh, there's my water bottle. It's all done to set Pearls of the Neck Master. Ah! My water bottle! I've seen it all wrong this time. Mystic Morgan had 3 daughters, not 2. 3 daughters, not 2. What? Wait, what? 3? Yes, Iris, her twin sister, and Mystic Pearl. What? Twin sister? Oh, you didn't know it happened 20 years ago. After the clan leadership was taken from her by her sister, Mystic Morgan's life was crumbled. It wasn't many years later that Corion's reputation hit an all-time low. When Mystic Morgan's husband realized his wife would never become the master, he left her in that village, taking their twin daughters with him. How awful. He was a jeweler, you know. In the end, he remarried, and that's what happened. He decided to give one of his girls up to look after by us here at the temple. That was Iris, you see. It's all unbelievable. If Iris had a twin sister... Could it be? Could it be? Tell me one thing, Sister Bikini. What was the name of the Iris' sister? I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I just can't remember. All I can recall is that her father was a jeweler. It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? Well, that's a clue, I guess. A jeweler. Thank you very much. You could have helped clear up the details. Pearls had 2 older sisters, huh? Yes, that's right. No doubt it was all because of Mystic Morgan's anger towards the mean family. Anger? What do you mean? Her twin daughters were taken from her by the jeweler husband. But even that couldn't destroy her dream that a child of hers would one day lead the clan. That's why she had pearls? It seems that the incident here is a result of Mystic Morgan's anger. It was absolutely to break free of the bars that confine her. So Iris has a twin sister. The plot thickens. But this information will be useless unless I can flesh it out a bit. I need to ask more questions to get more info. Ask about the twin sister. I don't know about her, and in fact, the Lily father, I don't know what she's doing. Could tell her. Probably give it a coronary in half. Almost very confinement. When I think about it, I do feel sorry for Mystic Morgan. It wasn't her fault that her sister was more powerful and medium. Mystic Morgan just couldn't compete with her sister. It must have been really tough on her. Even so, that doesn't excuse all the things she did. No, of course not. Alright, I got the information. Oh wait, was I supposed to go to the courtyard? I should probably check the courtyard anyways, just because. Great. Sounds like someone's happy. What tune is there humming? Is that Gumshoe? That sounds like, that sounds like the same song that Victor Kudo did in a previous case. No one of a crime. I remember when I used to search the channeling room in Corine. Whoop! I love my job. Who cares if the clues I find are no good? That's not what investigating is all about. The investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion. Good cases we have, good cases we lost along the way. I wonder if you never guessed that Gumshoe was into reggae. Reggae? Get that frickin' Jamaican theme song going! Every case is gonna be airtight! Every case is gonna be airtight! Hey, pal. Huh? Who, me? How long have you been there for? I just got here. Oh, okay. So what are you up to, detective? I'm investigating, pal. I made a promise to Mr. Edgeworth. I promised I would find the real murder weapon. Real murder weapon? That barbed sword thingy turned out to be a false lead, right? I'm giving you my best shot here, but I haven't turned up any clues. I just found these weird scraps of paper. Look like a letter or something. Doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, though. A letter? What about the letter? So how's the investigation going, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know if I should be telling this, pal, but I guess it can't hurt. Looks like the murder took place in the inner temple garden. And they're talking about the bloody... They're pretty seriously at HQ. Why does it look like Maya? On the wall. What? You mean? I don't know the details, pal. All I know is if you don't find Mad at the Sacred Cavern, we're gonna be faced with an ugly situation. What kind of ugly situation are we looking at here? Or what time is it? You got me, I don't know. They're not my words, pal. I gotta check something. Another something. Then who said it? Mr. Godot. Godot? What do you mean by that? Something tells me I should ask Godot. Yeah, there you go. That guy's got more mysteries than his shoes. You already talked about him like that. Doesn't know about the Godot's physical condition. Of course, being extradited from hell is a tedious affair. What exactly is Godot's condition? Even someone like me. Alright, there we go. Finally got something. He had a good reason for missing the trial. So why didn't he tell anyone about it? Letter. About that letter you found. Don't remind me, pal. I'm gonna bust in a gut here trying to find the murder weapon. And all this burnt up old letter. Burnt up old letter? Yeah, it was in the incinerator outside the inner temple. The incinerator? I knew it. I wasn't imagining it. There was snow in the incinerator when I first saw it. But after the incident, the snow had melted away, which means someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder. What's up with you, pal? I got it right here if you want to take a look. Can I? Do you mind? You can have it. It's all spear mediums and masters and stuff, but it's got no relation. Be careful. Once night should be the... As soon as the heat, the light... Out, you must channel her spirit, leave everything up to her. Who? It's gotta be important to mention spear mediums and masters. Better give it a good look over or something. Check in the treasure down, letter's a crime, pal. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at it right now. Be careful, once night falls, she'll be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. Her name is, she is all. Does it say Ally? Ally. The whole... Here's a picture of her, use it. When you channel her, I know you can do it. Once this is what? Burn the... Also make... Tell anyone about this letter. Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring your vengeance to fruition. Gravely? Like gravy? Gravely. This doesn't look like gravely roasted. This just looks like plain old gravy. From an anime point of view. But who do I know had a hard time understanding the word gravely? It was Pearls. Because she talked about that with Elise Yuxidum for the night of the murder. Okay, so the burnt letter is the murder weapon. So what do you know about the real murder weapon? Well, it was in the shishito that was found impaled on the victim's body. Miss Roseworth put that in court today. Yes, that's true. In which case, it must have been another blade. That's when you're running through a headless chicken looking for now. Yeah, man, turning work, but let me tell you something, pal. No chicken, we got the feather of forensics in our cap these days. We're using the department's secret weapon on this. Secret weapon? What secret weapon? A metal detector? Secret weapon. You wanna know? You gotta think scientifically. Alright, the murder weapon was a sword. Could have been a blade? Okay. Swords are, scientifically speaking, made of metal, right? I've seen swords that are not made of metal, but we'll assume that this one is. Any questions so far? No. I know he's gonna say, but I'll make him a little smart. Perfect tool for a job. Ta-da! Metal detector. You do have one. Okay, let's use it. Raise your hand if you didn't see this coming from a mile away. Well, you want to give a scientific investigation? Huh? Me? I've been using this thing for hours now. It gets pretty boring after a while. Why don't you give it a try? I don't know. Should I help Detective Gumshoe? Play forensics expert. Yes! I believe in the power of forensics. For all the right reasons. Alright then, I guess we'll give it a go. Like I said, this is the department's most advanced gadget, the absolute best. See, so sensitive you can make it cry. It's high tech. Don't bother tell you how to use it. Possible the real murder weapon is around here somewhere, right? Sure, that's what we're trying to find out. Right, so first, let's turn the detector on. That's the sound of the metal detector signal bouncing off of something metallic. Next, move the detector around to give the courtyard a good look-see, pal. Don't worry, this baby will... And when it happens, press the X button. This thing picks up metallic objects that are hidden from sight, too. Take a good look at everything. This? That's Shichito, was a real murder weapon. Yeah, no, let's give it a check. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Do you know about that sword? It's supposed to be represent the multiple branches that life can take, all ending as one. Yes, I've heard something with that. You know what I think about sometimes? Kind of life I'd leading if I had not joined the homicide division. You think about that kind of stuff, detective? Of course I do. Think about it a lot. Me as a traffic cop, me as a detention officer, or a CO, me as a blue badger. No, you couldn't have been thinking about that. There's something you said the humor value of Gumshoe is a blue badger. Obviously that's made of metal, but I don't know why that's there. Ooh. Hello, what do you have here? This looks like a wallet. Aha! That's where it's been. Is it yours, detective? I'm always dropping it, so I put a bill on it. You still dropped it anyways. Yeah, but now I found it again, pal. Your wallet is completely empty. Well, I drop it all the time, so I don't put any money in it anymore. And how come the metal detector picked it up? Must be because of the bell, I guess. Okay, so that's his wallet. Whoa! What do we got here? What's this? A pen? Hey, I'm looking all over for that. Huh? It's yours? Yeah. My old man gave it to me when I was qualified as a detective. Told me it's been good for sticking in suspects' faces. That makes you detectives sound really nasty. It's my dream to stick it in your face one day, right? Then don't go losing it. Ooh. A metal footprint? No. Looks like there's something round buried in the ground here. Don't touch that, pal. Huh? What is it? It's a trap. People set them up to catch detectives. They're real nasty. A trap? For detectives? You mean those fierce traps with sharp teeth that are supposed to snag your leg? Like a bear trap? Yeah, those! I got my finger caught on one of those once. Your finger? It was with a bit of cheese and looked tasty, and I reached out and then BAM! I'm not sure I know how to respond to a story as stupidly pitiful as that. Alright, what do we got here? Ooh. This is going off? This is Miss Dioxidum's staff, isn't it? Scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood, but why is the metal detector going off on this? The detector is acting... Yeah, whatever you look at, things made of wood, right? Don't bother anything unless it might be metallic. Isn't the whole point of a metal detector to find metal where you can't see it? It's weird that this thing is causing a racket. Here, let me take a look at it. Hey, hands off. Examining evidence is the job for the... crack. Ah! The top is coming off. Look what you've done! You've damaged a really important piece of evidence. Ah! What the... That's a sword. Inside of a staff. Inside the staff. Is this... could it be... the murder weapon! I never guessed there'd be a sword concealed in a victim's staff. They call this kind of thing a sword cane, pal. This one's a real gem. The workmanship is really something else. Thank goodness it wasn't a cane sword, or else the victim would have stabbed their own foot. I officially give up on trying to figure out how the gumshoe mine works. In the real scene of the crime was the inner temple garden. And why was a sword used to kill the victim found in the main hall courtyard? Hey, Gumshoe. Who knows about the hidden sword? No one. Even the police didn't know until I discovered it just now. Well, as I say, there's no team in Gumshoe. It doesn't look like there are any traces of blood on it. Then I guess it isn't the murder weapon, huh? No, no, no! I'm sure someone just wiped it off after the murder. Yeah, of course. This thing's definitely the murder weapon. Great job, pal. It's about the same length as the Shichito, too. This must be the murder weapon. Okay, I'm gonna run over to forensics. There's gotta be some traces of the left, even if most of it has been wiped off. See you later, pal. Every case is gonna be all airtight, every case is gonna be airtight. Wait up, detective! Huh? What is it, pal? I'm a pretty busy guy right now, you know? You're gonna get that stuff analyzed, right? Would you mind holding off just for a while? Huh? What are you talking about? Please? Just until we find Maya. Maya? It's got to do with her? I don't know, but I'm starting to get a really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. Oh, how so? Look, Maya's trapped inside the secret cabin right now. Well, we don't even know if she's okay or not. So we'll use the sword to break all the trip locks. Or not. The more evidence and testimony here, the more uneasy I feel. You don't think. Maybe Maya's been... Please, detective. Just wait until we can get inside the secret cabin. You're looking kind of viridian there. Which is another shade of green. Ugh. Okay. Just stop with that face, pal. One thing, though. The staff secret trick. Let's keep it between you and me, alright? If it gets out and we knew about it, don't think anything, we're finished. I understand. This is just a regular run-of-the-mill staff, you got it? Okay, take care of it, pal. Thank you, detective. Don't worry, she'll be fine. Gumshoe, you know there's a place at the base of the mountain that has some really good pasta. How about I take you there when we find my aunt? Huh, pal? Sure, thanks. There's a sword hidden inside. No one knows this except me. Yeah. My water! I wonder, what was Livestream doing with a staff like this in the first place? What was anyone doing with anything? I don't know. I'll find out. Alright, I have getting everything. I'll present this. Really blind, but there's blood. Good chance. Her weapon, I mean, she was killed with her own weapon. I guess so. And there's something else that's bothering me too. Oh, what's that, pal? Miss Yuxton was an author and an illustrator, right? So what was she doing carrying her sword around with her? That's a good question. And there's gotta be a good answer to it, I guess. Good luck finding it, pal. I'm beginning to see why he receives the salary he does. Ugh. Alright, I fixed that. Fix. What if I tell her about it? Can I tell her? No, she will not give two shits about it. I'm having the hiccups. This? Nope. Okay, so... I gotta go back to meet Ash. Inner Temple Gate. Okay, Okay, the garden. Okay, now I can use the half-sister to present! Hey, Edgeworth, you know that Iris had a twin sister? What? A twin? You can't be serious. Mr. Bikini told me, but the problem is she didn't know the name of the twin. There's nothing about Iris having files. Well, Iris was taken in by the temple. She really was young. Apparently her sister was raised by a father. A jeweler, I think. A jeweler? Right, I just might know who this twin sister of hers is. I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne, right? Yes, exactly. Please tell me you know about her, Edgeworth, please. It was my first court case 6 years ago. It was a greenhorn, and due to my inexperience, the defendant died. You're talking about Terry Falls, right? You know about that case? You're not the only one to know something about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne. I checked one of Mina's old files from 6 years ago. Yes, Dahlia was a key witness in that case. Dahlia and Terry Falls conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago. But she threw herself over the freaking wire. Stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, a jeweler. 5 years after that, she murdered her very own sister, Valerie Hawthorne, to keep her from talking. Stepsister. Because she's not really related. Her sister. Well, her stepsister, actually. They weren't blood related. Valerie was the only daughter... Dahlia's father's second one. Oh, and this is when she entered my life. The woman who tried to kill me. After the Cherry Falls died, what happened to Dahlia? Did you check that out? Does it really matter? Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected to this case. Why are you so sure about that? It's simple. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead. What? Well, her metabolic processes are a matter of interest only to historians, so to speak. What do you mean by Dahlia Hawthorne is dead, Edgeworth? Right. I must confess that in reading her file, I came to know the murder case you were involved during the college years. Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty. Thanks to the persistence of Mia Fey. Mia Fey! Mia Fey! At the time, Dahlia. It's like she was possessed by a demon or something. Because she is a freaking demon bitch. Demon bitch! It's almost 5 years since the guilty verdict was handed down, and her sentence was finally carried out. And she was executed. Last month. Executed? I'm sure that was a bit of shock for you, right? And more reasons than one. But do you understand now? She can't possibly be connected to the case. So she was executed in January. She's dead. And once someone is dead, there's no way to revive them. There's no way to revive the dead? I wonder. Seems like you're not aware of other connections yet, Edgeworth. What is that? It's about Iris and Dahlia, Hawthorne's mother. What's their mother got to do with any of this? She's Morgan Fey, a spirit medium from a branch family of the crying channeling technique. Did you just say crying channeling technique? Do you know something about... Oh, yes. I know it's connected with a Freudian spirit medium. Fraudulent? I was involved in another nightmare 17 years ago. I was caught up in the middle of the murder investigation. The police didn't have any leads. They were stumped, and that's when they finally called her in. She was a very famous spirit medium and the master of her channeling school. But do you know what happened? As a result of her efforts, an innocent man was accused of murder. She and her powers, they were all fraudulent. Edgeworth, go to the police records. It's all there. All you have to do is check the DL6 incident case file, and you'll know. Of course, how could I forget? Edgeworth was the victim in the case. Edgeworth, you'll understand someday, and then you'll see that the crying channeling technique is real. So I have to go all the way back there. Wait, did I get... Yeah. So I gotta go to the criminal precinct. How do I get there? How the frick do I get there? Guess I don't know how to get there. Alright, you know what? Should I show you this? Think about this. Nope. This. Nope. This. Get that piece of filth out of my face. You're still mad, huh, Edgeworth? I know a thing or two about Larry Butts, just like you. We both know he likes to act up. But this, he couldn't even make something like this up. If this is what he drew, then this is what he saw. And unbelievable as it might seem. I know, that's what he thinks too. Every time. Every single time I see the guy, he's in up to his neck. I knew it. Edgeworth's still mad as a hornet at Larry. Can you blame him? Can you really blame him? Okay, show this, Edgeworth. Nope. Okay, how do I get, DL6 file? How do I get to the DL6 file? Alright, do I have... I think I have enough evidence to break through you! I can do it. You're gonna tell me the truth. So I want to believe, because the person who saw you somewhere else tonight, it was Sister Bikini, not Larry. Here we go. Okay. We're in the inner temple. Training was due to start. Okay. But what you said doesn't add with this. That was the testimony here. Okay. Ding dong. That's what I remember. Okay. There's two of you. How could it be? There's only one of me. It's impossible. I wonder. So you're traveling. You're seriously trying to suggest there's more than one of me. Then show me the evidence. Shows me something proves there's more than one of me. You have a twin sister. I have a firm grasp of the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps. Ah! That's right, Dahlia Hawthorne, a woman I know only too well. She has red hair. I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer... Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry. Thank you. There's no need to explain now, is there, Iris? This second you, who was here at the temple the night of the murder. It was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne. But you said it yourself a second ago. My sister's dead. Have you forgotten that? Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo, a training ground of the Korean channeling technique. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew about it. And that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me. Ah! There we go. Got it! Alright, time to recover the bar. Night of the crime. I was in my room in the main hall that night. As soon as I heard the spot of the inner temple, I knew it was my sister, Dahlia, the other half of me who passed away last month, just as I suspected. The Iris that Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple on the night of the murder. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Why didn't you tell me this before? Because my sister always does the right thing. Excuse me? It's because I must have gotten in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before, I can't do it again. You betrayed her? What do you mean? That's why I have to accept I may be found guilty. It's the only way. What is she talking about? You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place in the Eagle Mountain 11 years ago. That was the start of it all. It started her down a twisted path. She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life. It's all because I betrayed her. Evil twin sister trope. How do you betray her? I was no coincidence in the Eagle Mountains where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing. What? But I got scared, so I ran away. What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father. That's awful. But I promised that I'd help. And she didn't do it for the money. Huh? It was revenge on her father. Revenge? What do you mean by revenge? She was a hideous man. He was a hideous man. He threw her mother away, and then sent her to hell. Her mother, she must be talking about Morgan Fay. Her mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Fay family. The main family had a lot of influence in many business and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was set to inherit all that as the next master. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power. But his plan backfired, because our mother or sister took it all from her. She took it all of the Master Krang. That would be Missy Fay, Maya's mother. But before long, the credibility of the Krang tradition hit rock bottom. The new master, Mystic Maya, made a terrible... Missy Fay made a terrible mistake. It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident. After that happened, our father took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and our home behind. He hated the place. He said it was a hick dive, and that he had no reason to stay there. That's why you came to the Hazakura Temple? Yes. The The one my father took was his next wife, already a daughter, Valerie. What? And no place in your family, you see? Oh. And I haven't seen my mother once since then, having the master's seat stolen from her and being rejected by her own family. I've heard she's been pretty battered, spiritually and emotionally. I think it's finally beginning to see how the pieces fit together. I've asked her everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything related to it goes back to the history of the Fae clan. That's what it looks like. Iris, there's just one more thing I want you to tell me. What is it? During the incident in which your sister Dolly Hawthorne poisoned the lawyer, she began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. That college student, have you heard anything about him? Well, I did hear one thing. She said she hated his guts. I see. Thank you for your help. You're welcome. Hurry up, Phoenix Wright! There's still much to investigate. Leave these locks to me, I'll open them up for you, I promise. Thank you, I suppose I better continue with my investigation. There's still one giant lock. One giant secret left to unlock. Pearl's Cyclock. Do I have the evidence? Can I do it? Because I did it all in one fell swoop before. No, that was Sister Bikini. Ugh. Do I have the evidence? Can I do it? Do I have the power? Can I succeed? Can I go to the criminal precinct and get the evidence? No, I guess I have to go to the... Blah, 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 blah. Oh wait, I gotta go to the suspension bridge. Heavenly Hall. February 9th, Heavenly Hall. Look at that, they really did make a fire right in the front of the shack. Oh! Mr. Nick! Ha! You're too late, Nick. If you came here for one of the potatoes, we've already polished them all off. But I think I've pretty much got all the evidence I need. Now I just need to find out what Pearls is hiding. And a full frickin' bar to fire it up and stick it to her. Alright! Open up your secrets! Take that! Here we go. 5 of them. This is gonna be a hard one. I can feel it. The night of the crime. After dinner on the night of the murder. You were supposed to be in Elise Yexenum's room reading a book together, correct? Yes, I was happy when she invited me. But I didn't go in the end. You didn't go? No, there was someone else I had to go instead. I was worried I had to go. I didn't know what I had to do with myself. I was so nervous. So Pearl's number went to Miss Yexenum's room. Because she was too worried about something or someone else. Pearls. On the night of the murder, you went to this place, didn't you? It was not Hazakota Temple, it wasn't Heavenly Hall. It was... here! You went here, didn't you, Pearls? Looks like she's still not going to open up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? Then the next question is, who or what were you so worried about? Now, I'm gonna take a guess and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay? Okay, so she was definitely at the Inner Temple. You mean you know? If I'm right, will you tell me the whole truth? Okay. You went to the place for one very simple reason, and it is this. Because of this! Wait, well, Pearls, is that what you're wearing? Right, actually, what's that? You, Mr. Nick, your face has turned a really strange color. What? You should work so hard. Oh! Being chatted by a 9-year-old. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. Worried about her. She must have been worried about her. There's no one else it could be. I'll go get some sheets for you and make a bed. No, it's okay. I'll die of pneumonia if I nap in a drafty little check like this. I guess I'll have to think this through one more time. From the very beginning. So Pearls never went to Miss Yexenum's room. Because she was too worried about something or someone else. About her. That's a clue! Okay, you went here. Didn't you? Okay. Went to this place one very simple reason. That is this. Be careful when Sunny follows. As soon as you hear lights, you must channel her spirit, leave everything up to her. Her name is... she's all... I know you can do it. And it is this. Because this is... here! Dang it, I frigged up again. Dang it! Okay, because of her. Okay. Try one more time. It was here. Why? Because of her. We went to this place for one simple reason, and that is this. For her! Finally, I got it done right. It's obvious what you were worried about, Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it? Ah! You knew the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was a special course. I signed up for your special course. Well, my, quite brave of you, considering how cold it is. Young people can be so reckless with their health. Don't blame me if you become one of those you channel. Wow! Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? And because it was you who introduced the Hazakota Temple to Maya in the first place, you felt responsible, didn't you? Thinking about what had happened to Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. I couldn't sit in at all. That's why I decided to go find out how she was doing at the Inner Temple. 1 down, 4 to go. Trying to clear when we went to the Inner Temple. That's not clear what happened. About what time was it when you headed over to the Inner Temple? It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10. I wanted to get there before it started. But there was so much snow, I didn't get there until after 10. Until after 10? How do you know what time it was? Because I heard the bell ring after for lights out. She heard the lights out bell. The Hazakota bell pretty small, isn't it? You must have really good hearing. I was really trying to pick up the sound of that bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it. That was terrible. She was trying to hear the bell. Tell me, Pearls. Why were you so worried about hearing the bell? Huh? Oh, I think I know why. The reason you were so worried about that bell was because of this. It was because of the burnt-out letter. As soon as you hear the lights-out bell, you must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. It was the burnt-out letter, so here! You were given some instructions to follow over that night, weren't you? I presume you recognize these pieces of paper. Ah! Where'd it go? In the incinerator at the Inner Temple. Pearls, you were following the instructions in the letter that night, weren't you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights-out bell. I'm speechless, Mr. Nick. You're amazing! These instructions that were found in the incinerator. I believe they were written for you, Pearls. For me? No. As you can see, a large portion has been burnt. But the last section is still fairly legible. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Who was it, Pearls? Whose spirit are we supposed to be channeling? Taking into account the author of the note and their purpose for writing it, whose spirit would Pearls have been trying to channel? Don't overthink it, Phoenix. It's pretty obvious who Pearls was supposed to channel. The person you're trying to channel, It was Dahlia Hawthorne. How do I know? Because that was Iris's twin sister. How else do I also know? Because there were 2 Irises and her sister was out there. Probably because Pearls was channeling her? But she couldn't channel, so... But it's not a question of whether she channeled her or not. This is the person she was supposed to channel. So, take that! It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? That was the name that was in the letter. Ah! It was just as I suspected. It wasn't Iris who sister became man of the Inner Temple that night. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. But who was channeling Dahlia Hawthorne? Do you know anything about her, Pearls? Do you know anything about what kind of woman Dahlia Hawthorne was? No. I never heard of anyone by that name before reading those instructions. I thought so. Pearls doesn't have a clue. She doesn't know that Dahlia Hawthorne is her sister. How about the instructions in the letter I found, Pearls? Who wrote them? Whoever it was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you've never heard of. You must have had quite a lot of respect for them. It was Morgan Fay. After all, you followed their instructions without question. So here's my next question. Who wrote this set of instructions for you? Who wrote this and Mother... insult her. Oh... Take that! Pearls, I have to wonder about something. You didn't have any idea what these instructions meant, did you? But you follow them to the letter regardless. Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you, that's why. How did you... I figured it out. The person who wrote this letter was your own mother, Morgan Fay! Ah! One last one! Alright, Pearls, it's time for you to start telling me the truth. Mr. Nick, why is she holding back from me? I don't like this. Don't underestimate me just because I'm a child. Huh? If you're trying to say I follow these instructions, I'd like to see some proof. Why? Because I don't think you have any. She's saying anything rather than admitting to carrying out those instructions. I guess I'll have to produce some more evidence then. One more thing should do it. Alright, we know someone carried out these instructions on the night of the murder. To the letter. And what do these instructions say? You must channel her spirit, leave everything up to her. Yes. Your name is... Obviously, it would be Dolly. She was our ally. The whole thing. There's a picture of her. Use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. Once this is burned... This is burn that also make... Tell anyone about this letter. Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. But you're right, there's no evidence that prove it was you. I knew it. However, I do know that whoever did it was a child. Huh? How do you know that? It couldn't have been an adult. No adult would have made a simple mistake like that. A simple mistake? What do you mean by that? I'm sure you thought you were carefully following the instructions you've been given. But you misunderstood some of the words, and this is the evidence that prove it. It was the hanging scroll that was covered in gravy. Here! It was you who splattered gravy on the hanging scroll, wasn't it? Ah! What? Why would I do something like that? Do you remember what was written on that letter? Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. But you didn't know how to read the words gravely and roast among others, right? How do you know that? Remember the conversation you had with Miss Dioxinum on the night of the murder? Perhaps we can read some books together. Really? I'd love to. I'm not very good at reading. Haha, well then you'd like to practice reading with me? Miss Elise, so for example, how do you know this? It says gravely. It's kind of a tough word. Yeah, I remember that scene. She had a hard time going through the word gravely. To do something gravely. Taught you how to read gravely and roast. But what she didn't teach you is what they meant. Gravely sounded like gravy. To me, the only roast I could think of was the food. And that's why you did it. That's why you covered the picture of the master in gravy from the night's pot roast. To be honest, I did think it was a bit strange. I guess I really did get the wrong idea. Just a tiny bit. I really am useless. I couldn't even burn the letter properly as my mother had asked me. Such a simple thing, even I couldn't do it right. BAM! Ugh. And recovered. The night of the crime. After the night, I did go to the inner temple with a pot full of the leftover gravy. The gravy? I saw the picture on the hanging scroll near the secret cavern. It was sure the master of crime, like it said in the letter. I see. And then, well, it was already way past 10 when I got up there because of all the snow, so I went to the inner temple guest area. Guest area? Yes, thought I could wait there until training was over. Why don't you just go to the training hall? Ugh. Because Mr. Byers' main training has already started, and I couldn't interrupt it. Just stay there until I was prayed for to get through it. Ugh. But then, Pearls, did you fall asleep? I'm sorry, I didn't even do it, I couldn't help it at all. You think? Hey, don't worry about it, Pearl. Who cares if you fell asleep? I fell asleep waiting for us too, it happens. Anyway, you found yourself trapped in the inner temple. Yes, when I woke up this morning, I tried not to cry, but... Lusky Bridge wasn't there anymore and no one was at the training hall. I thought everyone had left me because I overslept. I threw the letter into the center and I heated up leftover gravy and let off some steam by chucking the gravy on the scroll. You cried? Yeah. It must have been pretty scary for you, Pearl. I know what it's like. Nick used to leave me behind when I fell asleep at school, too. Don't equate something so trivial with her experience, Larry. Lost powers. It was written in the night of the mother's letter. It said, as soon as you hear the lights bell, you must channel her spirits. I was on my way over to the inner temple when I heard the bell ring. You channeled Dahlia's Hawthorne's spirit. No, I tried, but I couldn't do it. You couldn't do it? I never fail at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. I tried and I tried and I tried. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time. But I just couldn't do it. Don't let it get you down, Pearl. It'll all work out. If you want, I'll come flying through the sky for you. Whoosh, just like that. So she never managed to channel a spirit. Is this why you think your spiritual powers are gone? Yes, I don't know what to do. Is there any other explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit? I suppose there's another possibility. It's not very likely, though. Could you please tell me what it is anyways? It could happen if someone else has already been channeling the same spirit. Someone else? What do you mean? If there was one of each... There's only one of each spirit, right? Yep, it's like dating a girl, Nick. You can only see a hot chick if... You can't see a hot chick if she's already taken. Then that would mean that in the murder, someone else channeled her spirit before Pearl's could. Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne. But who? I'm a failure. I couldn't even grant my mother's final wish. Her final wish? Yes, this letter. This is a last wish, she said. So make sure you follow the instructions carefully. This letter. Definitely need to find out more about it. Morgan's letter. My mother had gone to a place called Penitentiary. Yeah, I know, Pearls. I visit her every month. Last month, she told me the time we've been waiting for has come. There's something I need you to do for me. I had a letter for you at our home before they brought me here. I want you to read it and do exactly what it says. It's for the good of the Fae clan, my angel. You'll be doing a great thing. Now listen carefully and I'll tell you where that letter's hidden. My mother is always nice to me and I love her very much. And you look like you got a hiragana face going. You also look like you got a hiragana face going as well. She said it was for the good of the Fae clan, so I knew I had to help her. I mean, Mr. Mine is part of the Fae clan, so I had to be good for her too. That's right, isn't it? I guess so, yeah. Little does she know that it wasn't really good for the Fae clan. There was a picture with her too. A picture of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Usually a picture is enough to channel someone's spirit, but this time, pretty weird, huh? Like Larry knows anything about this stuff. There's someone else that's strange about the mother letter. The seal on it was broken, as if someone had already opened it once before. But who? That sure is pretty strange. Someone had opened it already? Opened once before. But who opened it? Thanks, Pearls. Really helped me out. You're very welcome. My mother is always watching over us, so I'm sure Mr. Maya will be alright. We've already... Who the hell could have opened it? Wasn't Pearl. You're not related. You're not related. You have no idea about the letter. You might know something about the letter, but I don't know. You couldn't have known anything about the letter. You weren't connected, except for you and the mother, but you didn't know. You have no idea. You don't know. You... No. Look at the innocent smile on her face. What am I supposed to say to her? Ha! Goodo. Finally figured it out, have you, Wright? You finally realize how terrible of a crime being painfully obvious is. Goodo. The entrance to the sacred cavern looks like a freaking puzzle workshop. I guess he's talking about the artist and lock-breaking effort. But it's all a waste of time. Why do you say that? Because Maya Faye isn't coming back. What? You don't know what you're saying. Talking about? How can you say something like that? It was your job to protect her, Wright. Just like it was your job to protect Mia Faye. Two sisters caught up in the worst circumstances. I realize that, but... you know one was... by their side. You know I didn't know anything about what was going on. Ha! What did I just say, Wright? Being oblivious is a heinous crime in itself. Tomorrow, we'll settle everything in court once and for all. Mr. Nick, is that man just said it's true? It'll be alright, Pearls. I'm sure Maya's alive. You'll see for yourself tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. I know I can trust you, Mr. Nick. My dear Pearl. You've done so well, my Pearl. It's better that you don't know what you've done. I know this day would come for you. The blood of the main family is no more. Now, finally, after this time, the master's seat is yours. My last great wish, it just seems it was just in time. To be continued. Hopefully tomorrow! Because I gotta get this... Oh... My throat is raw from so much talking. What time is it? Almost 11. I'm gonna take a break. Alright! I'll be back tomorrow or sometime in the week to finish this off.